Hello and welcome to the Official Watches YouTube channel. Here at Jardin du Mayfair, heaven on earth for the watch enthusiast, I have a very exciting video for you this week. Just a quick note to hit subscribe. Up to 80% of my viewers aren't subscribed, so please do hit that subscribe button and I'll keep these videos coming fresh and hot every week. So what are we doing this week? It's rapid fire questions from my team. Okay, so to the F1, I would choose this. There really is only one answer. It would have to be an RM, and I think if it's going to be an RM, then it has to be the 1103. I mean, the nickname itself is a racing machine on the wrist. That is the Richard Mille slogan. So how could you not say this watch to the F1? And I dare say, if you did go to the F1, you'd probably see a fair few of them. But this one is very special because it's in carbon, and I think that the 1103 in carbon, obviously F1 carbon, it all ties together. Another fun fact about this watch, and another reason why I think it's so cool, is it's actually designed like a car in terms of the pushers and also the crown. So the pushers are designed like racing car pedals, and that starts and stops the chronograph and also resets it. And the crown is designed to be like the alloy of a car wheel. So I think that the 1103 carbon is an incredibly good choice for the F1. Okay, so stealth wealth, it's one of my favorite terms. I do love it. I hear it a lot, of course, being in the industry that I'm in. And my number one choice would absolutely have to be the 5740G. Why? Because it's all white gold, okay? It's a Nautilus. Not everybody needs to know that it's all white gold. It could just be a plain dial Nautilus. A plain dial Nautilus at the moment would be about £70,000, if that. This is an extremely special piece, £175,000. So you're talking an extra £100,000 for the Perpetual calendar complication. Now, of course, I think it's worth every penny, but I am mad into watches. Why would I call it stealth wealth? Because honestly, from across the room, when I'm wearing this, it could just as easily be the plain Jane Nautilus, which honestly, I'm not a huge fan of. I like complication. If you're going to spend some money and get a proper watch, it needs a complication, and this has complications in droves. So my first choice for the stealth wealth piece would be the Patek Philippe 574G. However, I do have one more up my sleeve. Now, the reason it's my second choice is because it's quite hard to call a massive Platinum Daytona stealth wealth. However, if you look closely at this Platinum Daytona, you will notice that the dial is the Hindu Arabic dial. It's an extremely special dial. It could only be bought in 2 of the ADs in the UAE. And in order to get this piece allocated to you, as I understand it, you have to be one of their top spenders. But just to be clear, that's a UAE top spender. So I can't even imagine the numbers you have to get to before you get one of these pieces. So why would I call it stealth wealth? Because the plain Jane dial version of this you can get for £80,000. It'd probably be brand new at that price. This is 150, okay? But when you get closer to it, you realize why, because this dial is absolutely killer. So again, maybe not super stealth wealth, but when you get closer to the watch, you realize that this is an extremely special Rolex and not your run-of-the-mill. I am actually quietly confident this isn't even on their website. So this would be considered off catalog and extremely special, and I am in love with it. Okay, so dress watch. I'll be totally honest with you. I don't wear dress watches very often, okay? But if I was, I would have to pick out of the stock. Interestingly enough, something that I think is extremely good value as well. So this is the Patek Philippe Calatrava Sector dial. And believe it or not, this is a full white gold Patek Philippe with an open case back for £19,000. So I'm really happy and proud to say that this isn't an eye-watering dress watch. And as we know from Patek Philippe, some of the dress watches can be just insane prices. But I don't think they necessarily need to be, because let's be honest, a dress watch should be simple, it should be elegant, and I believe that this fits that bill massively. Another thing for me is I'm not a big tuxedo guy. I'll wear them when I have to, but I think this one's quite cool because it has blue on the hands, and I like a little bit of blue. So if I get invited to a dress function, I would prefer like velvet blue over jacket, something like that, if I can get away with it, unless it's tux, of course, and then you've got to do it. But I think that this is a wicked piece and the value is incredible. Okay, so ultimate daily wear for me is slightly controversial because most people would probably pick something with a ceramic bezel, and I totally understand why. The thing is, I've got really big wrists, and 42 mil I've become extremely accustomed to. This is the Rolex Skydweller with the blue dial. Now, why do I think this is an ultimate daily wearer? I'll tell you why. It's a proper sports watch. The case is so cool, and the best part of this watch is the movement. It is Rolex's most complicated movement. Probably everyone knows that about this piece. However, the value also comes in to daily watch territory for me. This watch can be had for £18,000 now. It's extremely good value for what you get. So it's an annual calendar, okay? It tells time in a second time zone. It ticks so many boxes for the money, okay? So don't forget, I've shown you a Perpetual calendar earlier in the video for £175,000. Rolex have gone and knocked out an annual calendar with the date and also a second time zone, all in one 42mm case. Best blue dial around, and it's 18 grand. I mean, it's just an amazing piece, and I really love the Skydweller blue. Okay, this is my favorite question. Why? Because like everyone, I love a holiday. However, I've also managed to wear a few of these pieces. I've been fortunate enough to wear a few of them for my filmings and on holidays and things like that. And I have to say, I feel that I've come up with a few things that need boxes ticking to be a holiday watch. And I'm going to show you one. I'm actually going to show you two, but I'm going to show you one first that is a bit more down to earth. This is the Vacheron Overseas Perpetual calendar. This is a criminally underrated watch. It can be had for less than the price of a Nautilus. And look at it, okay? It's full rose gold, okay? It has this incredible white dial, which reminds me of holiday immediately. I put it on the white strap today because, again, if I was going on holiday, I've realized that rubber straps are far more comfortable on the wrist when you're on holiday. My favorite thing to do on holiday is jump in and out of the swimming pool. And you can do it in pure style in this watch. You can track all of the things that you need to track. You've got your month, your day, you don't get lost. You know what you need to post that day. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful watch. It also has a moon phase thrown in just for good measure. And I love this piece. I think it's criminally underrated, priced at £65,000. It's a killer, and it has an open caseback. I'm in love with the watch. However, I do have a totally mental version of this holiday watch, and it comes in the form of this. This is a one-of-one, piece unique, Artisans de Genève, and it's called La Commerce Tiffany. It's based on a 5167R, and look at it. I mean, just look at it. It has a one-of-one custom rubber B strap that was made just for this watch. Skeletonized movement with the Tiffany color inside. Yes, these are up in the 300,000 range, but look at this watch. So this would be my absolutely mad like holiday piece, and the Vacheron would be my more sensible. But yeah, I love this watch. It actually has no complications. It's just a skeletonized perfection movement, and you could watch it for days and days. I know, because I have. That's a great question, and I'm very happy to have the answer right here. This is none other than the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Sanskrit dial, and it's limited to 30 pieces. Why would I call it a wild card? Because it's mad, okay? It's full rose gold. It has a green dial with orange indices and an orange seconds hand. Now, that shouldn't work. On paper, that shouldn't work. But in real life, it works, and it works well. this would be my wild card every single time. People will ask me about this watch. Every time that I'm wearing a Sanskrit dial, everybody comes and asks about the watch. And I think for good reason, because it's truly unique. And if you want to be the only person in the room wearing something, then this is the watch that I would also pick. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here at Jardin du Mayfair for another amazing episode. I really hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. This one's been a blast. Please do hit subscribe and I'll keep these videos coming fresh and hot every week. And if you're interested in any of these pieces, you know who to call.